Hello, my name is Lucas. This is a bit of lit, and I wanted to talk about my insomnia reads, which include The Shining by Stephen King, which I've been reading just because I've already read it before, and I figure if I don't remember something because I read it while I was an insomniac, I might as well reread something so that it will, whatever I do retain again, I will remember instead of like trying to this happened and yeah, this is The Shining, which is quite different from the Stanley Kubrick film for many reasons. uh, the characters, the parents, Jack Torrance, who takes his family to the Overlook Hotel in the mountains to take care of the hotel during the winter, and he slowly loses his mind and tries to kill his family. He, unlike in the movie, he actually does seem to care about his family in some ways, but he has this deep internal rage, and you get a whole backstory about him and the struggles he's had, and when he's lost control a couple times before the events of this. You get those detailed out. You also see him dealing with his alcoholism and slowly losing his grip and starting to do more and more things that he did as an alcoholic before he starts drinking again, which he does drink when mysteriously the bar in the hotel is full of alcohol. Wendy, the mother, is also different. She's a lot stronger of a character than in the movie, which, in a way, I do. The way the actor was treated is not good. Stanley Kubrick should not have done that and treated her that way, but I suppose it, I mean, for the vision he had for the movie, doesn't justify it, but I can see how a character like that, terrible portrayal of, I mean, she's basically a wet rag, but perhaps the way that Jack Torrance is made her become that way as a person. If this was real, if she was a real person, he was a real person, she might have had more personality and then just sort of, you know. Anyway, she's a lot stronger of a character. She takes on Jack in this fight, which is the only scary part. The domestic violence part is actually really scary. It does feel like Wendy is in danger, like she won't survive, which also the movie does, but in different ways, totally different ways, because she takes Jack on, and it's really cool. That's the only good part of the book for me. That is the only good part, because it's scary, it's really tense, because you're really afraid for this woman. So, good job, Stephen King. You did something that I enjoyed, surprisingly. Well, you know, I liked the tension of it. I didn't like the situation of it. But, you know, that kind of thing unfortunately happens. And it was scary, and it worked. That's the only scary part. Everything else is a good laugh. The whole roque mallet thing, which is like croquet, but for Americans, I guess, which I didn't know was not an American thing. Yeah, when Danny sees this vision of his father coming back from the interview, and he's got a roque mallet, and there's like blood, and he sees all kinds of crazy stuff. Every time Danny has a vision, it is so cartoonish. There's this hose that goes around and does weird things. The topiary, when it moves around, like that is just funny to me. It's not like the maze where you could get lost and it's cold, you know. It's like these are moving animal bushes. I just, oh my god. And you know the worst part is, like, that probably could be scary. Like, it would freak me out if I saw it, for real. Obviously. If it wasn't just the wind. Um, but, like, it's the way his prose is just so deep fried, and not deep fried, but, you know, just like, it's not very good prose. So the way he tries to describe things is just silly to me. um, so I don't take it as seriously, and I just, like, that's why I have a good laugh whenever I read this book, which I will hopefully never read again, because I'm not going to do any more reading race challenges, and even then I've already taken the quiz on this. So anyway, yeah, so I mean, Danny's also different. His power is different. It seems to increase the supernatural power of the hotel, and they're going after Danny, and then they decide to take on Jack. Hey, you can see my red and my pink shirt, which I have yet to wear. I'll wear those one day. One day you won't see the blue or the green, you'll see red and pink. Anyway, so, you know, there are some good things about the book. Jack's character and Wendy's character are quite strong. There is that moment between Jack and Wendy when life is on the line, and, you know, Danny's life is on the line, Wendy's life is on the line. Ooh, and yeah, the Shining seems to make the hotel more powerful, which I might have missed it, but Dick Halloran, the chef, has the Shining, and, like, I don't understand how the hotel gets by without Dick's Shining. um, Increasing it, I might have missed that again, but like, that doesn't make any. I don't get it. Tell me if I just missed it, or if I dismissed it. Perhaps I did read it and I thought, no, that's just silly, and totally blocked it out of my head. Let me know. And yeah, I mean, there are also some other interesting things where Jack, as he's losing his mind, he does a lot more to sabotage his family from being able to communicate or escape with anybody, and so that's interesting. Still, the way things are described. Also, the hotel blows up because the boiler needs to be recalibrated, basically. Um, and I just think, what a way to end a book. Not the best ending by any stretch, but far better than crazy turtle god spider things that you can do some sort of weird ritual and enter the mines and then go inside the body and take the heart and stomp the eggs, and everything goes crazy and Derry starts dying, and there's a that's what also, you know, in the stand there's an atomic bomb, and boom, and then Randall Flagg has disappeared, but he shows back up, and everybody starts worshiping him, and, you know, it's not a good ending, I think. It's set up right in the beginning, and it's kind of, he uses it, I guess, but I just think it's kind of weak. I do prefer the ending in the movie. I prefer the character of Jack in the novel, but the ending makes more sense to me for him to freeze. Whereas if you just have the boiler explode, then it's like all of this, it just feels cheaper. All of this happens so that you can use that thing that you talked about. You know, you can say, oh, I planted that right in the beginning so that it'll come back later. It'll be a bookend. Anyway, I'm just rambling now, and I'm not really a fan of the movie, but now I want to watch it because it's, in many ways, it's better, save, you know, Jack and Wendy. Wendy, again, I also prefer Wendy in this. Yeah, the rogue mallet. I'm all over the place. The rogue mallet, totally not scary. I've already said that, but it's not a scary book to me, except the domestic violence part, like when he actually loses his mind and he's trying to take out his family with a rogue mallet, which I know it's just not as intimidating in a way. I mean, you could do some serious damage, you know, for example, to Dick Halloran, but the axe kills him. The rogue hammer doesn't. You know. It just is visually not as terrifying. And it's just kind of funny to imagine, like, right after this, he's going to play Rogue, which would be quite dark. But, yeah, that was me, once again, rambling about a Stephen King book. I recommend it, actually. I mean, if you have never read Stephen King, it's not a bad place to start. Well, I've only really read 3 novels. Wait, have I read? No. Yeah, 3 novels. No, because I read, there's one about vampires. I forget what it's called. Maybe I should reread that one, too. Anyway, yeah. More rambling, more talking. There was another point I wanted to say, which is why I keep, like, trying to jog my memory. But I don't remember. It's an okay Stephen King book. I found it funnier the first time. This time I think I was too tired to enjoy it in that way. But it's different from the novel, so there are things to appreciate. It's different from the movie. The novel is different from the movie. So there are different things to actually appreciate. One really good aspect and everything else is just okay or funny. And described with the most deep-fried Burger King kind of writing one could imagine. No offense to any Stephen King fans, it's just not for me. If you like Stephen King, that's great. I'm glad you have an author that you enjoy who pumps books out. Maybe you don't like every book, but you know, maybe it's like a nice, comfortable read for you. Or maybe, you know, it's scary but comfortable because you like the author. That's great, you know. No qualms there. It's just not for me. Yeah, Stephen King, The Shining. Read it, I guess.